famous preacher of Dubno was once journeying from one town to another, delivering his learned sermons. Wherever he went, he was received with enthusiasm and accorded the greatest honors. His driver, who accompanied him on this tour, was very much impressed by all this welcome. One day, as they were on the road, the driver said, "Rabbi, I have a great favor to ask of you. Wherever we go, people heap honors on you. Although I'm only an ignorant driver, I'd like to know how it feels to receive so much attention. Would you mind if we were to exchange clothes for one day? Then they'll think I am the great preacher, and you the driver, so they'll honor me instead." Now the preacher of Dubno was a man of the people and a merry soul, but he saw the pitfalls awaiting his driver in such an arrangement. "Suppose I agreed. What then? You know the rabbi's clothes don't make a rabbi. What would you do for learning? If they were to ask you to explain some difficult passage in the law, you'd only make a fool of yourself, wouldn't you?" "Don't you worry, Rabbi. I am willing to take that chance." "In that case," said the preacher, "here are my clothes." And the two men undressed and exchanged clothes, as well as their callings. As they entered the town, all the Jewish inhabitants turned out to greet the great preacher. They conducted him into the synagogue while the assumed driver followed discreetly at a distance. Each man came up to the rabbi to shake hands and to say the customary "Shalom Alechem, learned rabbi." The rabbi was thrilled with his reception. He sat down in the seat of honor surrounded by all the scholars and dignitaries of the town. In the meantime, the preacher, from his corner, kept his merry eyes on the driver to see what would happen. "Learned Rabbi," suddenly asked a local scholar, "would you be good enough to explain to us this passage in the law? We don't understand." The preacher in his corner chuckled, for the passage was indeed a difficult one. "Now he's sunk," he said to himself. With knitted brows the rabbi peered into the sacred book placed before him, although he could not understand one word. Then, impatiently pushing it away from him, he addressed himself sarcastically to the learned men of the town. "A fine lot of scholars you are! Is this the most difficult question you could ask me? Why, this passage is so simple even my driver could explain it to you." Then he called to the preacher of Dubno, "Driver, come here for a moment and explain the law to these scholars."